Today we're doing some maintenance on the hot tub pump room. The real problems we've discovered over the years here is that this heater is prone to leaking because the welds are not great and it corrodes, and that's really the heater's issue. When we replaced that heater, we had a leak here because our old fittings were sized not to, they had a very specific angle, and so when we tightened this up on the new heater, in order to get this to line up, it wasn't as tight. So we replaced that with flexible hose so we could adapt it to any heater, and these are really tight now. And we also discovered a little bit of leaking where the venturi screws into this union, and I think all the ozone has caused a little hole to start in this. So not only are we repairing the leaks, but we're going to improve this whole part of the circuit to make it a little better performing. So instead of the venturi going down like this, you'll see in this diagram here, we're going to have the venturi come across. We'll glue these threaded fittings. That'll come down. We're going to rebuild this ozone generator system so that more of the water flows through the electrode. And then we'll just be replacing the thermo well and check valve to return it to there. So should improve things, fix some leaks, and also all these will be, we got some clear PVC so we'll be able to see the water flow better. So let's take this stuff apart. Got the old system out, removed the venturi, cleaned up and mocked up the new circuit. There's going to be, I guess, 5 more right angles. Not ideal for flow, but this is the recirculation system, so it just needs to slowly flow. It doesn't need to flow fast like the jet system. And we'll put clear pipe for all these main connections. But we do need a little piece of pipe to redo the thermo well and some of these union sections. And we probably need some hose clamps. So I guess we're going to Home Depot. There we got our parts. Stub tube. We're just going to use this. They were out of the regular PVC for the little connections. And we'll be putting some RTV and O-rings on this because this is one of the areas where it was leaking. We will be adding a little ball valve to this. There is a check valve in here, but it may not be sucked up by the vacuum when it's in this when it's in this position. So that will help us seal off anything when we do the vacuum prime. And then we'll be building a unioned fitting here to put the ozone generator electrode in. And we're going to trim this a little bit so that we maximize the amount of the blades that are inside this visible T section. So let's put all this stuff together. just finished putting together the sub-assemblies for this repair. So we have the original union is going to go into the venturi. Then another union, there'll be a right angle here. That'll go into what's going to become the ozone generator housing. The ozone generator electrodes go in this unioned piece. That was all shortened. The reason we did all that extra work to shorten it, because you want to have your electrodes in the flow as much. If your electrodes are all hidden down here, you're not going to get a lot of circulation down there. And then 2 unions on the check valve with the connection to the original pipe and the input. And then also the new thermal well, which probably could have put 2 unions on that if we needed to mess with anything in the future, but don't want to do the expense. So let's move into the pump house. Modifications are complete. We have the new venturi mount, new ozonator, and then a check valve going back to the return. We also put an inline shutoff valve to the ozone generator so we can ensure that we have good vacuum back, if there's any issues with sealing. And yeah, so once the glue sets up a little bit, we'll prime it and get this tub back running. That's all you need. Circulation?
That should be good, yeah.
Well, there you have it. We got a repaired system and we can see all the water. So this is a success. And now we'll let the hot tub heat up and enjoy ourselves.